Hello everybody. Again, I welcome you all in 20th session of your physics paper 1 syllabus. In last session related with these ultrasonic waves, we have seen the ways by which we can generate or we can create ultrasonic waves. Now in this session, we will see the main we will mainly see the applications of ultrasonic waves, but apart from that we are going to discuss the things related with the acoustical grating. So let us start. Now when we say something about the applications of ultrasonic waves, there are huge applications of ultrasonic waves in different regions. Like, ultrasonic waves are used for a tremendous purpose in industrial field. It is used for various applications in medical field. Apart from these two, there are many other applications, but as per the part of your syllabus, we have to focus on the applications of ultrasonic waves in medical field and the application of ultrasonic wave known as the sonar system, that is mainly used to measure the depth of sea. So let us see. Although we are not going to discuss about the industrial applications of ultrasonic waves, but let me tell you within few lines that in industry ultrasonic waves are very useful. Like, they are used the waves are used to clean up the hard to reach part, that is the complicated parts where we cannot go directly or it is difficult to clean that part. So for the cleaning of such parts, ultrasonic waves are used. Ultrasonic waves are used for welding purpose also, because we have seen that ultrasonic waves are high frequency waves. High frequency waves. That means their wavelength is low. As frequency is high, the energy associated with wave is very high, and so the ultrasonic waves are used for the welding of plastics and metal. The waves, ultrasonic waves, are useful in agricultural field also, in food industry also. So there are many applications of ultrasonic wave in industrial field. But let us now see the applications of ultrasonic waves in medical field. The very well known application of ultrasonic wave is the ECG, that is the echocardiography. It is an image formed using the ultrasound waves, the image of an heart formed, which will be formed using reflection and then detection of ultrasonic waves coming from or that has been reflected from the organ like heart. So this ECG help us to say something about the functioning of heart. The next very well known application of ultrasonic wave is ultrasonography. The ultrasonography is nothing but the imaging with the help of ultrasonic waves, and the images are mainly known as the sonograms. Sonograms, that is the images that has been captured by using ultrasound waves. The waves that are having frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. For example, the very well known use of ultrasonography or sonography in short is to find out the growth of a fetus or growth of a small baby of a pregnant woman. So for this purpose the ultrasonic waves are useful. The ultrasonic waves are also useful in kidney stone disease, because as their energy is very high, sufficiently high, these waves are used to break the stones in the kidney. So these larger stone get divided into smaller one, and smaller stones will be easily passed out through the urine without any injury to the human being. So the ultrasonic waves are also useful for the kidney disease, kidney stones. The ultrasound waves are more useful in medical field in the sense that these waves are helpful to carry out a surgery without any cut. That is, we can say it is a bloodless surgery, and this is possible only with the help of ultrasound waves. Bloodless surgery, in which the ultrasound waves will be passed to that particular part, and the further requirements will be done. So, ultrasound surgery, we can say it as a bloodless surgery, cutless surgery, is again a very important application of ultrasound waves. In dentistry field also, the ultrasound waves are used. In dentistry field, where these waves are used in order to prepare the dental cavities, in order to remove the impacted teeth, and other applications are also there in dentistry field. Ultrasounds are also useful in ophthalmology, where the lens of an eye, if it is damaged or there is some harm to that lens, then in that case the ultrasound wave is used in the form of a vibrating needle oscillating at 20 to 40 kilohertz. This is used to emulsify that harm, that diseased lens, we can say. So ultrasound is also useful in ophthalmology. In physiotherapy, the ultrasound waves are used for the treatment of arthritis, like muscle spans, traumatic soft tissue injuries, and in this way, in physiotherapy also, the ultrasound waves are also very useful. So there are huge number of applications of ultrasound waves in medical field. Okay. Now there is one more important application of ultrasound wave, and it is very famous also, known as the sonar. Apart from the medical field, this is the application of ultrasound wave. This sonar stands for the sound navigation and ranging. So what is there in sonar? Suppose a large ship is there, and it is traveling through that ocean. This is the seabed, and our requirement is to find out the depth of this seabed. How deep is the water from this level? We have to determine this depth. So for that purpose, what will be done? An ultrasound wave will be sent to the seabed. From seabed, that wave will get reflected back, which will be received by some receiver. Obviously, this transmitter, the transmitter here, which is actually sending the ultrasound wave, is nothing but a piezoelectric crystal, which is generating the ultrasound waves, and thus these ultrasound waves get reflected back, and these will be catched by this receiver, right? So we can find out, or we can calculate, we can measure the time within which the wave has been sent and received back. So once we know the time that the wave has taken to propagate, and once we have already means we are able to find out the velocity of that wave. So once we know the velocity of ultrasound wave, once we know the time that has been taken by the wave to touch this seabed and get reflected back, this time is t by 2. T by 2, why t by 2? Because if suppose the wave has been started at 0th second and received at 10th second, tenth second. That means the wave has completed double distance, came and go back within 10 seconds. That means the time required by the wave to complete this much of distance will be 5 seconds, right? So that's why we have taken here t by 2. So once time is known, velocity is known, so we can find out the distance of seabed from the level, water level. Okay, so in this way, the ultrasound waves are used for determining the depth of sea bed. Many times, this system is useful to detect any obstacle or hard body with under the sea level in like in submarines, in navy, etc. The applications of sonar is huge one in that fields. So this is again a very well known application of ultrasound waves. Now this is about the applications of ultrasound wave. What we are going to cover now is the acoustical grating. But before that, let me explain in short what is mean by a grating. So whatever you are looking here, we called it as a grating. Grating is nothing but a bundle of transparent and opaque lines. Transparent and opaque lines. Transparent lines through which light can pass. Opaque line through which light can't pass. So on a grating, there are tremendous number of such transparent and opaque lines. So what will happen when an light wave incident on this uh, transparent line, it get diffracted. That means bending of light from the edges of this transparent line. So we call it as the diffraction, and this diffracted wave will gives us a diffraction pattern like this. A diffraction pattern on the screen in front of this grating. So this diffraction, how is this diffraction pattern? The central line will be of maximum intensity, and when we go far apart from the central line, what will happen or what we will observe is that the intensity is going to be decreasing. So we called it as the central maxima. This one we called it as the central maxima or undeflected light, and uh, these are the next maxima which are not as prominent as the central one. So this we called it as the diffraction pattern that we will observe when a light pass through a grating, right? So now these ultrasonic waves are used as an acoustical grating. And for what purpose this acoustical grating is useful? This acoustical grating is useful to find out the velocity of sound waves in a liquid medium. If we have to determine the velocity of sound wave in particular medium, what we will use? We will use the method of acoustical grating. Okay, we will use the method of acoustical grating. So now suppose here is the liquid through which the velocity of which the through which waves are passing, and our aim is to find out the velocity of these waves. So this is the liquid chamber. A piezoelectric crystal is there. For what purpose? To generate the ultrasound waves, because we have seen that piezoelectric oscillator is used for the generation of ultrasonic waves. So this piezoelectric crystal start vibrating by the virtue of inverse piezoelectric effect. As the result of this vibration, ultrasonic waves will be generated and they get transferred. They get transfer through this liquid medium. Now wave will get reflected back from this point because there is a change in medium. That's why from this point the wave will get reflected back. As we have seen that ultrasound waves, like a light wave, show the property of reflection, refraction, absorption and all. So from this point the incoming wave will get reflected back in the same path. That means now we have two waves exactly in same wavelength, same frequency and all, but traveling in exactly opposite direction. As a result of which we will get a superposition of two waves that gives us the combination of nodes and antinodes. Okay, the nodes and antinodes will be formed. Nodes, no displacement point. Antinodes, maximum displacement points. Thus, the nodes and antinodes will be produced in that liquid. The velocity within which we have to calculate. The velocity of what? The velocity of sound. So, nodes, we can treat node as the points of maximum density, and antinodes we can treat it as the point of minimum density. So nodes will act as a opaque region, antinodes will act as a transparent region because density is less, so it allows the light to pass through it, whereas in case of node the density is very high, so it will act as an opaque region for incoming light wave. Okay, so we will get a grating pattern with the help of this ultrasonic wave. We have formed a grating pattern within this liquid. Now, what we will do? We will pass a light of some wavelength lambda. We are using here the lenses. Why? To just to focus the light, incoming light. So when the light gets focused on this grating that has been formed by using the ultrasound waves, when it fall on this grating, we will get the diffraction pattern. Diffraction pattern, where we will get the successive maximas. Successive maximas like this. First ordered, second ordered, third ordered, and so on. So, and also we have studied already that the distance between two successive nodes, the distance between two successive nodes is lambda by 2. Is the this much of distance is lambda by 2. So this lambda, that is the wavelength of ultrasonic wave, is equals to 2d, where d is the distance of node to node. Node to node. So this distance of node to node is known as, we are denoting it by d, and if it is d, then the wavelength of ultrasonic wave is 2d. That is lambda u, wavelength of ultrasonic wave, is equals to 2d. Got it? Now, this is the Bragg's condition for diffraction. This is the condition, okay, at which we will get the diffraction. What is the condition? 2d sin theta, it should be n lambda. 2d sin theta equals to n lambda. Where? What is d? This d is the distance between successive nodes and antinodes. The distance, the d is the distance between successive nodes and antinodes. Theta is the angle of diffraction. Wavelength lambda is the wavelength of monochromatic source of light, and n is the order of spectrum. Order of spectrum, first order, zeroth order. The central one is the zeroth order. This is zeroth order. first order, second order, and so on. So we have just said that the wavelength of ultrasonic wave lambda u is equals to 2d. So replace this 2d by lambda u. So lambda u sin theta is equals to n lambda. That is the wavelength of ultrasonic wave lambda u is equals to n lambda divided by sin theta. N lambda divided by sin theta. Thus we can calculate the wavelength of ultrasonic wave. Now if we know the frequency of ultrasonic wave, we already calculated the wavelength. We know wavelength, we know frequency. Wavelength into frequency will give us the velocity of ultrasonic wave. And so, in this way, we can calculate the velocity of sound within this particular liquid by using the method of acoustical grating. Acoustical grating, a grating that has been formed by using the ultrasonic waves. In this grating, the nodes are acting as the denser points, that is opaque regions. Antinodes are acting as the rarer points, that is transparent regions, and thus it is acting as a grating. And we will find out the velocity of ultrasonic wave by using this acoustical grating. Okay, so this is all about the ultrasonic wave applications and the acoustical grating. So thank you. Have a nice day.